The hardest part of racing isn't speed, it's pressure. That moment when your hands lock up and you're just trying to do anything not to mess up. I'm entering the MEC this weekend, and it's not a pro league, but it is the most pressure that I've ever felt in sim racing. So this week I didn't just run hot laps. I logged the reps, I studied telemetry, I got coaching, and I worked on rebuilding the fundamentals. My braking, my entry, controlling the car, and even as simple as just inputs. If you only ever race after work, then stay with me because I'm going to show you exactly what changed, and we'll see if it holds come Saturday in my biggest race yet. See, this week I've learned that choking, it's not normal, and it has a direct cause. Choking is normally what happens when you use a skill that you haven't trained on purpose. Because in practice, everything's calm. You chase lap times, you experiment with new things, and you can ultimately reset when you mess up. In a race, your brain starts trying to protect you. You start gripping the wheel harder, you brake earlier, you slow down too much on entry and exit, and all of a sudden you're not driving the car or the track, you're driving your nerves. See, that's the part that's followed me up into this point, and I'm hoping that by Saturday I can correct that problem. So then the question became, if more laps isn't the answer, then how do I practice for pressure? I used to think that piling on laps was practice. And to be fair, I was getting faster, but it didn't make me better when it mattered. Because more laps, they just get good at hiding the problem that we're facing. And if you do the same problem over and over again, you're not getting faster or better, you're just getting better at the problems. So I would show up to the session, chase a hero lap, and then if I messed up, reset. And as long as at one point I hit a hero lap, I would call it progress. But then when it came race day, pressure would spike, and everything that I thought I learned, it didn't help me because I didn't know how to react in that situation. And that's when it clicked. I don't need more practice, I need better practice. So I went and I built a simple system, and it was reps with purpose and reviewing everything after practice. But then I took it one step further because I wasn't training the part that matters most under pressure, which is consistency. I couldn't on command activate the fundamentals or make decisions to keep me in the race and competitive. But the frustrating part is I thought I knew exactly what was wrong. And I even had a list for it. Stop braking so late. Stop braking too early. Drive faster. Meet this line. Go this speed. But nothing was working. It was all the usual suspects that everybody tells you you need to get better at. But then I went and I got a coach. And in a matter of minutes, not even minutes, it wasn't even a full lap, he already could see what was wrong. I had a consistency problem, but not just consistency. In one area, everything was wrong. And from the driver's seat, you can't tell when you're doing these things wrong because it feels normal. You may feel like you're going fast, but when you feel that way and you're doing it wrong, you are going to eventually hit a ceiling. So once he told me this one line, I don't think I'll ever forget it. My coach, whose name is Marion, he told me, you're not driving the car, you're driving the line. And this sounds so simple at first, right? But when you break that down and you start to understand what he's saying, it doesn't matter what track I go to, it doesn't matter how much I practice at Daytona for this league race, as long as I'm driving the line, there's always going to be a cap to how fast I can go. But then he took it one step further and he told me 2 or 3 small things, very, very small, simple stuff like overlapping braking and throttle. So simple, but yet in the long run, it's so detrimental to my driving because it's the little mistakes that will add up and eat away at your time. So after he gave me some drills and we worked on it for the next hour, that's when my practice stopped becoming random, because now I have a specific target and I have a way to actually measure if I'm improving. And the truth is practice is safe. Even if you're training the fundamentals, if you mess up, it's fine, because you can always still reset, or you may not even have damage turned on and you don't have to reset. And your practice sessions can even be very deceiving because you can cherry pick your best lap times and you can feel confident when you shouldn't. But race day, that's all pressure because you're not in clean air anymore. You're not by yourself. You have traffic. You're gonna have tired hands, and everything that you've practiced, you have to be able to replicate on demand because you never know what's going to happen. But then again, none of that improvement is going to matter if I can't do it when it counts. And the real test for me is going to be tomorrow, which is race day for an 8-hour endurance event that I'll be doing at least half of. And it's not just me that's in the car. So now the pressure that I feel, it's going to be more because I have a teammate that's relying on me to race well. And it only asks you one question: can you do it on command? Can I hit the same braking marker when my heart rate is up? Can I keep my entry under control when there's somebody in my mirror? And can I stay smooth when I'm passing, defending, or just trying not to throw everything away? So here it is, my first Majors Endurance Championship race at Daytona. And I'm not showing up pretending. I'm showing up having put in the hard work. I can confidently say that I practiced structured laps, I reviewed my telemetry, I got coaching, and it shows in my times. But now the question is can I lean on the fundamentals when the pressure truly hits? But I won't know if I had true practice until tomorrow. So this video is the before, race day is the test, and then I hope you all will come back and see if it held up and if there's something that I said in this video that could actually help you improve. And if you've ever been quick in practice and then race day came and everything just felt like it was tight or falling apart, drop a comment. Tell everybody what you're struggling with and identify that. Like, go do that now, because identifying that part will help you improve. And if you want to see if my improvement and my strategies paid off, then hit the subscribe button. Come back and see how things went, or see if I'm blowing smoke up your behind, because tomorrow is where we find out.